You mentioned that the paper called Global Burden of Disease, focused on the United States, says that the number one cause of premature death in the United States is food. Why is this?
I think it's lack of respect. I think we need to grow up. I just want to speak blunt truth to power here. It's because we don't treat health at all like wealth. Think about it. You know, if you are fortunate to have some money, you respect it, and you probably are not duped into every get-rich-quick scheme that comes along. And if you need advice about how to manage your money, you probably get it from people who are genuinely qualified. And you don't think about frittering all the money you have away today. You think about protecting it for the long term. You think about wealth as something that you want to share with the people you love. You think about wealth as something you want to bequeath to your children. Imagine if we respected health in exactly that way. We only got advice from serious people with serious credentials, genuine expertise. We disavowed all of the get thin quick or get healthy quick schemes because we know this is serious business. We're in it for the long haul. We didn't go on diets by ourselves that left our families out, but we thought of health as a family value and something we want to share. We thought of the way we live as something we want to impart to our children so they too can have a bounty of years in life, life and years. All of that, if all of that were true, that simple notion that health deserves all the respect we give to wealth, then food and diet could not possibly be the leading cause of premature death, but it is. So the Global Burden of Disease study looked at the burden of diseases in the modern world and the underlying causes. And in the US and much of the industrialized modern world, diet is now the single leading predictor variable for all-cause mortality, total chronic disease, shifts in overall dietary pattern and diet quality. It's really a travesty. It's completely avoidable human misery. It is partly on the supply side a willingness to exploit people for corporate profit. It's a willingness to say, yeah, I don't mind if I mortgage the future health of your children to make my shareholders happy. I'm willing to do that. It's a willingness to willfully engineer a food supply to be addictive, to make people fat and sick for profit. But on the demand side, us, it's a willingness to play into those hands. It's a willingness to be suckered and duped. It's long fascinated me that people watch Honeymooner reruns to laugh at Ralph Cramden for being such a doofus, thinking that the next get-rich-quick scheme is going to do the good for him that no prior get-rich-quick scheme did, and inevitably at the end of the episode, he's still driving a bus. And yet those very same people who laugh at him, a get-thin-quick scheme comes along, they go into a trance and start reaching for their credit card. We've got to stop. We have to be serious about diet. Diet is the construction material for the growing bodies of children and grandchildren we love. Diet is the construction material for the hundreds of millions of cells we need to replace in our adult bodies every day, the enzymes we need to regenerate, the hormones we need to build, the cell membranes. Diet is the fuel that runs every aspect of the incredible human machine. Diet can and should be a source of vitality, longevity, and pleasure, and it ought to be all of those things in ways that we share with the people we love. That luminous opportunity will only ever be realized if we give diet the respect it deserves. And when we do that, it will no longer be possible for diet to be the number one predictor of premature death in our culture as it now is.